Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for yet another late night session of the awesome sauce, the greatness. Listen, man, I just looked at the volume sales the Anime News Network put out, and no matter when it comes, it doesn't matter when it comes out, because when you look on the list, you know what's normally number one? Granted, it doesn't come out at the same time as One Piece, but regardless, in terms of the seinen demographic, you know what's number one in terms of sales? Just in case you don't know, I'll tell you. It's Kingdom! Greatness gets recognized in this channel, man. It really, really does. Alright, it does. But what's going on? I hope you all are all doing well. Hope everything's going good with your families and just with yourself and just in general. Hope everything's going well in your everyday life and with everything that's been going on. Man, once again, you know, still with the sickness, people around me still are still very sick. So I hope and pray for all of you and your health and well-being, and I hope we all continue to get better from all this crap that's been going around as of late. But without further ado, let's go right to the chapter, guys. Chapter 545, entitled Instinct. Sounds like it's gonna be beast. The 10,000 men of the Gyoun army pushed them back versus the 8,000 men of the High Shin unit. But yo, they're 8,000 men of high caliber and passion because they're all under one man, the GOAT. Do not falter forward. Whoa! Chapter 545, Instinct. And you see two soldiers going right in. They get stabbed. Then you see a block right here. A little slide action going down as he gets stabbed right here in the neck. You okay, Deputy Shosa? Man, took you guys long enough. Couldn't you have come a minute earlier? Sorry, sir. Shosa-san. Aren't these Zao guys kinda... Yeah. It seems like they're really, really tough competition here. Our newbies are blissfully unaware of this since they're busy fighting with all they've got, but this is the first time we've matched up with enemy infantry this strong. This is the first time we've matched up with enemy infantry this strong. That if that's not a compliment, I don't know what is. That's saying something. And you just see a massive just glaive just right there in the stomach. Watch out, these guys are elites. Or these elite troops that pop up now and then are seriously friggin' tough. Damn it, because of these guys, the battle between us and their cavalry is probably dead even at best. Fall back! Kyoukai. What's Kyoukai about to do? Did you say that Zao has the upper hand? That's right. It's true that our cavalry seem to be about even with theirs, and that's including our Hihyo. The enemy's infantry aren't to be underestimated either. Our guys are doing their best to make up for any weak points, but at best they're still equally matched, which means that 2,000 difference in numbers will lead to our defeat. Not necessarily. Let them know, Kyoukai. Let them know not to underestimate us. If small and mid-sized units are equally matched and unable to dominate the other, then the key to victory will come down to the way in which our soldiers are utilized. In other words, the difference between our tactics and strategy against theirs. 10? 10 greatness? 10? Well, technically, we have the GOAT strategist on our side anyway, Osen. But 10, man, you can't sleep on 10. 10 brings the goods. If there was like an attributes thing where it has like power and agility and that kind of stuff, 10's and the intelligence factor, very, very high, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Kyoukai. Kyoukai greatness right here in this chapter. But in that case, we've got Cardio 10 on our side. That's true, but for a while now, it feels like we've consistently one step behind no matter where I look. I think anyway. Don't tell me this Gyoun guy's even better than... Strangely enough, there's one place out of the entire battlefield where we aren't losing to them. And it's that mid-sized unit that's being personally led by Shin. The captains? Yo, she just like gets this flicker of light, like a light bulb pops up in her head. Could it be that The Gyoun's general is actually, and you just see Shin just going in, bro, spamming square. All right, I'm starting to get a hang of this great general's glaive thing. Still freaking heavy though. Yo, he's taking that glaive and he's wielding it like a boss, man. Just straight up wrecking dudes. Captain, message from the HQ. Enemies are flocking to Danny's group. HQ wants you to help him out. That's like the world's most obvious feint. They're just going to ambush whoever goes to reinforce Danny. I told her earlier to just leave the left edge alone, but she still sent Heido's boys over. And they ended up getting their arses kicked. Damn it. Ten's getting outplayed way too much. Doesn't she understand that right now Gyoun's just feeling around to make one huge move? Looks like we have Lieutenant Kyoukai headed for us, sir. Oh, Kyokai's headed for them? Lieutenant N is struggling against his enemies. Bihei and the other infantry with him are requesting to pull back. Send another 50 infantry to Ensan's position. No, tell them to hold their ground. Shosa's infantry have been pincered by the enemy. Send 30 horsemen their way. The Hihyo seem to have been intercepted by some new enemies. Mem Danu's unit have been ambushed and split in two. It seems like everything's just going complete. Ever since Kyoukai stated that, I mean, they were already matched up according to what was going on earlier with Shosa, but it appears that they're getting outmatched right now. But something's got to give in. Something's got to give in. My boy Shin will find the way. He will find the way. Report. Kyokai's unit was supposed to surprise attack the enemy, but have been intercepted. Ma'am, 200 enemy cavalry launched a sudden attack on the Sun unit. We've now lost sight of the Sun unit. You see 10, man, she's stressing out. Gotta go 10, let me think. It's no use, no matter what I try, they always end up getting the other upper hand against me. It's almost as if he can completely see through my intentions. And yet I'm unable to read the enemy's thinking at all. And I can't adequately counter his movements if I can't read them. So the men are just being one-sidedly killed. Reporting, Recon has been slain by Zhao. Recon is? So that's who they are aiming for. The enemy general is only making small adjustments to basic maneuvers and tactics, but I can't read those small adjustments at all. Just what in the world is this man I'm going up against? Yo. Listen to this. Just what in the world is this man I'm going up against? That's hype. Coming from 10? That's mad hype. As I thought the Haishin unit is at the mercy of Gyoun's tactics, I had heard that the Haishin unit strategist was of considerable talent, but it seems that wasn't enough for them to match Gyoun-sama. Not so. In fact, the more talented the strategist, the deeper they will be entrapped by Gyoun's tactics. Both he and I were students of the great strategist Rin Shoujo. That is a factual statement. We've had everything up to the most intricate strategies drilled into us. But Gyoun's strength lies somewhere else entirely. Have the Hurun unit make a run from the right side, but have them do it diagonally. Yes, sir, what is their destination? Anywhere they like. Their job is just to shake the enemy formation, then send in the L unit to capitalize on it. Oh, I want to say that's L, right? E and then a capital L, whatever. Technically it looks like a capital I. Looks like a lowercase l. Anyway, it's either A or L. I'm gonna go with L. And send in the L unit to capitalize on it. Yes, sir. Haishin unit HQ. Ma'am, a Zhao infantry force is approaching diagonally from the left. What? Infantry diagonally? I have no idea what he's playing at. Have Sugin's unit join up with Shosa's. Shout out to Sugin, man. Yo, I've been playing Street Fighter V, the arcade edition. Every time I see Sagat, I'm like, yo, man, Sugin, bro. Sugin greatness. It's that eye patch, bro. They might be aiming for Sugin's flank. That's not it, 10. Shin? And Kyoukai? Yo, Shin and Kyoukai are the tag team. The tag team? Where did Kyoukai find out? Because we still have to find out what Kyoukai was talking about earlier whenever she was shook. Why have the two of you come? What are you thinking just leaving your positions in this situation? It's precisely because of the situation that I went and brought him back here. There we go, Kyokai's onto something. Those new diagonal troops were just sent out to create a wave. You can ignore them. The real attack will be the ones that move next. What are you saying, Shin? If we just ignore them, Sugin will be the one in danger. Don't come here just to spout some weird mumbo-jumbo. And Kyoukai, you're also... Oh, look, those enemy infantry. They're not attacking anyone and are just moving away. Huh? They're probably sending a new unit to hit our infantry on the left. If you quickly send 100 cavalry over to give them a hand, they should be able to drive them off. The left? No, but right now it should be the center that. Urgent report, the enemy cavalry is coming out from the rear. They seem to be making a beeline for Shumo infantry unit on our left. Yo, it's like he's predicting the future with every single thing. Yo, observation hockey on fleek, gang. How did you know all that, Shin? Don't tell me you can understand the enemy's thinking. Yeah, I can. How? It's just what my gut instincts are telling me. So that's basically what it is then, right? That's basically what it is when it comes to Gyon. Gyon's instincts are also telling him the same thing. So Shin's listening to his instincts, and if his instincts are very similar to Gyon's, then he knows what the enemy's thinking better than Ten does. That's why what he was saying earlier when it came to Gyon and how the strategist, the better the strategist, the deeper the hole they fall into whenever it's going against Gyon. It's because Gyon doesn't have strategy. Gyon's just going up against his instincts. He doesn't have a strategy in mind. He's not a command and conquer player. My boy just goes in there, straight up rushing UMP 45 Marathon Lightweight Commando Pro. Going into like swimwear. He doesn't care. He goes in all loud. He doesn't even need a silencer. Put on FMJ. UMP FMJ, bro. Shout out to Marvel for 2, man. He's one of those guys. Rushing right in. That's skill. And Shin is the very same way. So I can definitely see how it is that Shin understands it better than even Ten does. That's cool. I like that. Because Kyoukai was like in the middle. Because Kyoukai thinks a lot, but she's also goes right in like swimmer and goes in with Autopilot as well. She's like in the middle of Shin and Ten. But so Kyoukai thought of that first, and then whenever I guess she revealed some of this to Shin automatically was like, yo, man, I got this. This is perfect for me because if I listen to my instincts, I'm going to be able to find out what he's going to do too, because it's exactly what I would do. Really, really awesome stuff. That's some cool stuff right there, because it goes beyond the normal strategy versus strategy that we get in Kingdom. Now it's going to be strategy versus instinct, or I should say instinct versus instinct technically, because now it's going to be Shin. And this is actually going to be quite a thing, because this entire battle with Riboku and Osten has been based all on strategy, but now Shin's battle in particular is going to be based on instinct. It's going to be that by itself is going to make this particular battle very, very very, very memorable, because like every single one of the battles that they're having in this arc thus far is based on like another aspect of battle, with what's going on with Yotanwa and everything going on over there. It's like a battle of savagery, who can basically out battle the other. There's no strategy in mind, just straight up going ham, going into like swimmer against each other. But in this case, they are kind of strategizing, but they're strategizing more with their instincts rather than their brains. Very interesting stuff here. Instincts? So that's what it was. Whoa, Cardio 10. So our enemy's movements weren't based on logic after all? Right, which is why someone who thinks with logic like you couldn't grasp his thinking, and that is what Kyoukai was thinking about earlier. I see, and the reason for that is our enemy this time. Yeah, no doubt about it. The enemy Commander Gyon is an instinctual type general. What? I mean, so he's like Shin. He's like Shin. No way, the number one disciple of the Grand Strategist Rin Shoujo is an instinctual type? And he's not just any instinctual type. He's an especially troublesome type who is also fully equipped with proper strategies and tactics, because it was drilled into his head for years. So it's like these strategies can come up to him through because the thing is, under Rin Shoujo, I'm pretty sure that he must have figured out like all of the things that go against certain tactics as well. But it's not like he'll have to think about these certain things. He was probably with Rin Shoujo for so long that it'll just come up to you like out of nowhere. I can say from personal experience, but I always reference, but going back to early Call of Duty days. But seriously, man, like for a lot of people that play video games, or for a lot of people that play fighting games, League of Legends, whatever the case may be, whenever you see certain people using certain champions, a certain fighter, like for me, whenever I see a certain person using somebody in Street Fighter and Tekken, I have a base idea of what it is they're going to be doing. If they're going to be using certain combos, going low, going high, and so you can base what your strategy and what your game plan is going to be based on that. And a sort of similar thing can be said for here with Gyon, because he was once again right under Rin Shoujo, which is a strategist master, probably had so many strategies that he used or was used against him, that all of that was just drilled into Gyon's head, and just instinctually he'll bring out whatever it is necessary to counter it. which is quite dangerous. That is extremely dangerous. Now think about it. It goes beyond just Shin, because Shin just goes into like swimwear and just doesn't care. In Yon's case, he already knows. It's like if it was programmed in him. That's insane. That is extremely scary. This guy's out of his prime. Can you imagine him in his prime? Woo! Can you imagine if he would have kept fighting for those 12 years? God, Lord. Cardio 10, honestly speaking, this is a very bad matchup for you. You're at a distinct disadvantage. And we don't exactly have the time for you to think of a way to counter him either. Wait, no time? So you didn't notice it, 10. Gyoen's been constantly searching and probing for places to light sparks or small fires. If we don't act now and do something about it, a huge flame will break out and loads of men will get killed. Fires? A huge flame? But how are we supposed to do anything? Didn't you just say we don't have time to come up with something? Don't tell me all of you have forgotten already. The legend! The legend! That Shin once had an instinctual great general who was capable of even driving Riboku into a corner. That's a shoot. Dukyo greatness! And from that same Dukyo, I received the qualities needed for an instinctual great general. Inherited. He damn right he inherited it. You mean, don't tell me, from what I saw, Shin was the only one who could keep up with Gyoen's moves. One instinctual type for another. Yo, this is gonna be goat. This is gonna be goat. That's but we must immediately let Shin take full command over our forces. Yes! Dude, I'm telling you, end of this arc, Shin is general. Period. Because now, in the past couple of chapters, Hara has been drilling into our heads. You know, everything from leader qualities, how much his men look up to him, how much of beast Shin is, you know, getting used to the glaive, you know, little small instances just showing how much of a leader and how he's grown, how he's matured after throughout all this stuff that's happened in the series. And now he's gonna have full control of taking over this army of his entire unit, which has always been run through 10, and then he himself like carried out the very orders, but now he is the one in charge. Oh, dude, it's all, I love it, man, because now it's Moten, Ohan, and Shin that are all leading their respective, you know, little portions of the arc, which is extremely goat, man. I love it, because now we're truly gonna get to see Shin's leadership, you know, shine, and you know, those general instincts, those general qualities. Yeah, I love this, man. That was really awesome stuff. I love how it was Kyoukai that found it out though, because Kyoukai is basically like the one in the middle, like the middle of Shin and 10. You know, complete strategy, complete instinct. You know, she's the one in the middle. She has a little bit of both. So I love that she was the one that they found it out, and then she was like, you know what? I think we're gonna have to go towards Shin, because they were talking about it earlier, into which Shin was the only one that really wasn't struggling. And that's because Shin knew when everything was gonna happen. You know, he's basing it off his own instinct. But man, this dude, Gyoen, is quite a threat. You know, with all the strategies that Rin Shoujo must have put into his head and all of that stuff, like, man, like, it just instinctually, it just like feels programmed into his body, just coming up with all this stuff just on the spot. Yo, just, yeah, do that, man. Just shake him. Who cares? Just go in there. Yo, I'm excited. I cannot wait to see the battle between Shin and Gyoen actually go down. That's gonna be sick. Really awesome stuff. Really nice. I've always, you know, the past couple of weeks have been so good because we've been focusing on the High Shin unit, but this week's in particular as well. Just another great sauce of a chapter. You know, following this long streak of great sauce chapters. It's always nice seeing the High Shin unit, but whenever like they rely on each other this much, you know, 10 was over here struggling, but what she can't do, the rest can do, and that's what I love so much about Kingdom, is that they recognize their weaknesses. And they recognize that's, you know, the Shin in some cases, like, this would be like his biggest weakness. Right now, that he is their biggest strength, he is their biggest island. Now he is the one that by itself is strategy, honestly. You know, having to change your plan right in the middle of battle in order to make it to where, you know, you can have, you know, that one little possibility of actually achieving victory, which right now is Shin. Because with 10's current plan, they won't be able to defeat Gyoen. But with Shin, you know, it's a possibility, man. But my boy's gonna go in. My boy's gonna go in with that new glaive. Just, yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Shin is gonna do. How is he gonna be in commanding and leading this army? Oh, that's gonna be sick. He's gonna have some GOAT promos. I can tell you that on the field. When he's the one coming with the strategies and he's the general on the field, woo! That's gonna lead to some great stuff. But this was some awesome stuff, man. Kyoukai coming in to lend her man the business, to go in. I can't wait to see some stuff going down here with all three of them. I'm looking forward to seeing how Ten is going to be now, because Ten is usually the one, barking out orders, but now she has to rely completely on Shin. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that she's going to play a role from here on out too, if Shin's going to be the one, completely in control. But I'm looking forward to seeing Shin in this position, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing what all of you think. Are all of you as excited as I am to see Shin go in and control his army? Yo, because that's gonna be sick. So High Shin unit right now, they're about to turn it around. The High Shin unit's about to turn around, and you're gonna see Gyon really, show that little level of respect for Shin, man, put respect on Shin's name. And I can't wait for the face off between Shin and Gyon. I think that's gonna be some good stuff, man. And it's definitely gonna be a turnaround to this entire arc, not only just to this battle, but to the entire arc when Shin and Gyon actually go into swimwear. So I'll see you guys next time. Have an awesome day. Let me know what you all thought about this chapter. Kingdom Greatness was a great sauce of a chapter. Loving these High Shin unit based chapters. This is an awesome group of characters, and this was definitely one of those chapters. So thank you very much for watching Kingdom Greatness, and I'll see you all next time.